Alright, so welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be designing and printing out a jewelry tree for my girlfriend. So we're just going to start off real simple with a base, like a elliptical shaped base. And I'll set this distance after I measure it. My thought is I'm going to shell out the middle, and in the middle, or shell out the inside, and in the middle I'm going to add or keep a rectangular section where I'm going to have the trunk of the tree insert into. So after some quick, calculations, I want this to be about an inch tall. Just gonna go ahead and shell or extrude those out, shell those out. I'm gonna fillet these corners, fillet the bottom, and just make sure everything's nice and soft. I'm not really sure how the printer does with sharp corners, but we're gonna fillet things just in case, just to add some added strength to the material. So here I'm just, measuring these distances, making sure this is as tall as I need it to be, or the base is as thick as it needs to be. And yeah, we're gonna save this and go on to the next part. So the next part should be the trunk. So I wanted to try a few different ideas, but I eventually landed on a palm tree, since we do live in California. So this is just gonna be a basic circle with a spline going through it, and then another circle on top, and using the loft feature to extrude this. One thing I did forget is I did forget the rectangular cutout of the base. I did go back and add that extrusion at the bottom of the base of the tree trunk. And yeah, very simple design. I'm gonna call it a day here. I'm gonna make the leaves, or design the leaves later. I'm gonna make them insert into the trunk of the tree. That's another thing I forgot to show. So coming up on the leaves design, so I decided to just design one of them, and then the idea was to do a circular pattern around the top part of the trunk. So here I just have this basic curve with this arc that's going to be following the path of this curve up to that length. I think I used the surface feature after I finished designing or finished dimensioning this. One thing I don't show here is I do go and make these leaves a separate drawing, because I'm not able to properly print this as is with using a surface or a boundary surface. What I would have to do is I would have to give it some thickness in order for it to come out on the STL file or onto the 3D print file. So, and adding a thickness here on the same drawing, not as an assembly, kind of messes it up. That's why you see, you'll see the design of the leaf here, but they do have their own separate file. And then, like I said, I do have a little cutout. It's kind of a little too simple for me. I mess around with how I want the jagged area to be, just to give the leaf some sort of character. I end up deciding on this kind of cut, just all over the place. It doesn't really matter, and I think the final one doesn't even look like this. It's a little more jagged. And here I'm just deciding what entities I want to mirror, or want to create that circular pattern. I think I decided on 5 or 6 leaves total. I think 6 here, but in the final design it's 5. And yeah, just enjoy the print. Yep, 5. Or no, 6 here and then 5 total.